Hey guys, I'm Charlie and you're watching Burnout Radio. I'm here today with Barry and Jennifer from Team Nass. They just got off the Dustball rally and they're going to tell us a little bit about what they did.
So for those of you at home that might not be aware what the Dustball rally is, it's about the craziest open road rally in the world. We run it mostly in the southwestern United States. A gentleman named Andrew Medley from El Paso, Texas, has been putting it on for a few years now. And each year it's grown and grown. And this year, you know, we actually found it on Twitter. For those of you that are into the social media out there. And if you're watching this and you're not into social media, I don't really know how you're watching this.
Yeah, because you're probably watching it on YouTube or our website, so.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we found the event on Twitter, and we usually run open road races, which are completely 100% legal races, which are run out primarily in the southwestern United States. The Silver State Classic being one of those. But this event, it is a rally, not a race. And now that we're past the legalese, it's about the craziest thing you could ever be involved with. There's some famous rallies, of course, out there that are have a little more of an international flavor, that are probably a little bit better known, such as the Gumball 3000 or the Bull Run. This one actually...
The Bull Run's got a whole TV show following it.
Yeah, and the Bull Run actually has a spin-off TV program. And one of the Dustball teams, actually Team New Mex Express, a couple of really nice guys out of Santa Fe, New Mexico, they're going out for the Bull Run TV show. So
we actually, speaking of Bull Run, we've got a guy who's going to be on our next podcast named Matt Farah, who just got through doing the Bull Run.
Oh, good.
So that kind of ties into everything quite nice.
Yeah. So
tell us about the next one you guys are going to run is the Silver State, right?
The Silver State Classic.
Tell us a little about that.
September 17th through 20th, get a little plug in. They've been doing it for 21 years. It is Nevada State Highway 318. Basically, it runs from just south of an old mining town, Ely, Nevada. Runs back down south towards Las Vegas. It's all two-lane highway. There's a few twists, a few turns, and a pretty interesting canyon that you run through. And it's a pure race. It's time, speed, distance. The slowest speed class, if you will, though still challenging, is to average 95 miles an hour over this 90-mile route. All the way up to unlimited. I think the record overall speed is about 202 or 203 miles an hour. It's run twice a year. In May, and we were there this past May, for the Nevada Open Road Challenge, and the Silver State, the namesake, runs in September. In the May race, we were actually in the 125 class. My compadre here wasn't with me, and I was actually navigating in this one, wasn't driving. I navigated for my father, the original Nass team member, if you will, and in the 125 class with a tech speed of 165, and we were close. To give you an idea of how tight this event is, the 125 class alone had, I believe, 11 cars, and we placed 7th, and we're not rookies at this, and we placed 7th at 0.67 off of a perfect 125 miles an hour.
So when you run, so I guess you guys run right against the average time the entire way, right?
We run, well, obviously it takes about an average. You would think you'd come off the start line and just go like hell, but you really don't want to break your equipment, especially right off the line. So it takes on an average of 10 to 13 miles to get to that perfect average. And then to make it a little more challenging along the way, they have a speed trap area where you're allowed to go faster. And you know, when you're hauling Nass, you got to take every opportunity to do so. And then the canyon. There are a lot of you out there, and some of you might be watching this going, oh, I average 125 going through the Cameron. BS. And I'd like to be in the car with you to see you actually do it on your GPS, because other than maybe a couple of the unlimited guys, ain't nobody got the setup to enter that first off-camber corner, which is about a 90-95 mile an hour average corner. Off-camber, right up throwing you towards a canyon wall to drop into this thing. So it's not for the faint at heart.
We have never done any open road type races. So we've done some autocross and some track day stuff.
We got to get you guys out there to run this with us.
We wanted to take the Fiesta out there.
The Fiesta for the 95 class, I think, would be perfect.
Yeah, but we can't get that with our schedule. Hopefully, maybe we can get another Fiesta from Ford. If you're watching this at Ford on Twitter, we want one of those in the spring to run the Silver State Classic.
Absolutely. Let me throw it out.
Brain fart there.
If Scott Monty, if you're watching this, let him run some sponsor decals, because it ain't cheap to drag that thing all the way out there and run this. We're just lucky enough to live out there because it keeps costs down a little.
Yeah. So, all right, I guess that wraps it up for this edition of Burnout Radio on YouTube, which is actually not a radio show, it's video. So We'll see you guys next week at burnoutradio.com for our podcast. And watch us, listen to us. Friend us on Twitter. No, actually, friend us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and check us out on YouTube or burnoutradio.com.
And we'd like to add one more thing. If you've just been passed, you're not hauling Nass.